Velara was sitting on a city street looking worried because her pants were torn. People walked past her without paying any attention. At the same time, a young man named Zenor was on his way to the most important job interview of his life. He was already running late. When he noticed Velara, he stopped and asked why she was upset. Velara explained with tears in her eyes that her pants were torn and she did not have enough money to buy a new pair. Zenor was unemployed and had very little money himself, but without hesitation, he ran to a nearby store, bought new pants for her and brought them back. Velara thanked him and Zenor hurried off to his interview. Zenor had no idea that Velara was actually the owner of the same large company where he was hoping to get a job. When he arrived at the company, the interview process had already ended. The management informed him that the executive position had been given to another applicant named Draxon. Instead of rejecting him completely, they offered him a job as a cleaner. Even though it was far from his dream position, he accepted the job quietly. Draxon constantly boasted about his intelligence and skills and tried to convince everyone that he was the smartest employee in the company. A few weeks later, the company received an important project that could generate millions of dollars in profit. The project was assigned to Draxon, but he made several calculation and spelling mistakes because of his carelessness. When the project was presented to Velara, she was shocked because those errors could have caused the company major losses. Around the same time, Velara discovered that the young man who had helped her on the street was none other than Zenor, who was now working as a cleaner in her company. Wanting to test his abilities, she invited him to her office and showed him the flawed project. Zenor carefully reviewed it and within minutes identified every mistake. He corrected the calculations, fixed the spelling errors, and even suggested several improvements that made the project far better than before. Velara was amazed by his intelligence. She could not understand how someone so talented was working as a cleaner, while a person making basic mistakes held an executive position. After looking deeper into his background, she learned that Zenor was not only intelligent and capable, but also honest, kind, and always willing to help others. The next day, all employees were gathered for a company meeting. Velara stepped onto the stage and announced that true ability is not proven by degrees or claims, but by character and actions. She spoke about Draxon's mistakes and praised Zenor for his hard work, honesty, and talent. Then she announced that Zenor would immediately be promoted from the cleaning department to an executive position. Tears of happiness filled Zenor's eyes because his kindness and dedication had finally been rewarded. Velara smiled because she had found someone who was not only smart but also possessed great character. That day, everyone learned an important lesson: that real success comes not only from education or status, but from honesty, humanity, hard work, and the willingness to help others. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe.